And we are moving from that story to some breaking news that we're getting on the broadcast. It seems that there has been a big success by Indian agencies. The kingpin of the Mahadev app scam, Sourabh Chandrakar, has now been taken into custody by the Interpol. In fact, Sourabh Chandrakar was taken into custody in Dubai. The process of getting him back to India has also started. Remember the Mahadev app nexus, which was estimated to be to the tune of 5,000 crores, allegedly ran illegal betting and gambling websites and collected the proceeds through several parallel operators across the country. Interpol has informed the CBI, which is the nodal agency. The red corner notice has also been issued. Remember, this will be a big feather in the cap of Indian agencies, as Interpol has managed to nab kingpin of the Mahadev app, Sourabh Chandrakar. He, in fact, has been taken into custody, and that information has been sent out to the Central Bureau of Investigation. There is going to be a red corner notice that is going to now be issued against him, so that that entire process of getting him back to India can get started. We're talking about how this app Nexus, which of course goes up to the tune of more than 5,000 crore rupees. The scam really was running that illegal betting and gambling racket, which went into websites, collected the proceeds of that crime through several panel operators across the country. And now that Sourabh Chandrakar has been taken into custody by the Interpol, there will be many other names that will be coming out as the stakeholders of this particular Mahadev app. Remember, the scam really made a lot of noise. Once the things and details really came out, Sourabh Chandrakar was in fact absconding. Now Interpol has managed to nab him and take him into custody in Dubai. My colleague Anshul has more details. Anshul, over to you.
So yes, this is one of the biggest success that has been made by several agencies out here in India. Remember Sourabh Chandrakar, who has been accused of carrying out the entire Mahadev app scam that was unearthed from Chhattisgarh. In fact, in the initial charge sheet that was submitted by the Enforcement Directorate, who was investigating this entire case, the name of the then CM of Chhattisgarh, Bhupesh Baghel, had also come up, and it was alleged that some sort of a protection money was also given from Sourabh Chandrakar to Bhupesh Baghel for allegedly operating this app safely in Chhattisgarh. Now, what is this Mahadev app? Basically, this was a betting app in which several games like card games and other games such as Ludo and other games were actually being betted upon. And in fact, there were several celebrities who had also come under the ambit of investigation, because Sourabh Chandrakar had actually married in Dubai, and in his marriage, several superstars and several celebrities from Bollywood and other industries in India had gone there and attended his wedding as well. So several superstars have also been interrogated in this entire matter by the Enforcement Directorate. Now, last year itself, the Enforcement Directorate had in fact went ahead and issued a red corner notice against Sourabh Chandrakar. Since then, the agencies in Dubai, in UAE, were looking for Sourabh Chandrakar, and in fact, he was put under house arrest in 2023 itself. Now, post that, the hard work and the investigation that has been done from the side of the Enforcement Directorate, the authorities in Dubai were satisfied that he is one of the accused in this entire matter, and he is the kingpin of this entire scam that was operating out here in India. Finally, the agencies in Dubai have gone ahead and arrested him, and he will be handed over to Indian agencies in the next 10 days to 2 weeks is what we have been told. So within the next 2 weeks, Sourabh Chandrakar will be brought back, extradited from Dubai, and will be brought back to India, where he'll be tried under several charges, including that of duping people and of carrying out illegal betting out here in India.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for putting that into perspective for our viewers, Anshul. So 2 weeks is what we are looking at for that extradition process to begin, and Sourabh Chandrakar to be brought back to the country. And ever since, and the moment that happens, Anshul, is when the questioning begins, because here we're talking about I believe 1,100 crores alone as proceeds of the crime that was put into the share market. That is the level of crime and investigation and money that we are looking at. That was, of course, like you rightly mentioned, was being looked at by the Enforcement Directorate. Several names, of course, will be coming out and tumbling out of the closet once that questioning of Sourabh really begins.
Well, definitely that is going to be very, very crucial part of this entire investigation, because remember, Sourabh Chandrakar was a common man. He was a juice seller in Chhattisgarh. From there, he started his book, his own betting book, through which he used to ask people to bet on cricket games and other sports that were happening. And through that, he developed this entire nexus on which he was successfully able to build an app, an Android app. That app was actually downloaded by several people, and eventually through that app, he used to make sure that people bet on that. And even if a person actually went through that illegal betting as well, he did not used to give them money. It's an allegation that has been put up by one of the victims of this entire alleged scam. Now, as you rightly mentioned, that more than 1,000 crores were actually invested in the share market. But interestingly, this entire scam that has been unearthed by the Enforcement Directorate and other agencies, this actually runs into thousands of crores, approximately somewhere around 5,000 to 6,000 crores is the exact worth of this entire scam. So you can imagine on how such a large scale this entire betting app was being operated. Remember, this entire investigation that was being done by the Enforcement Directorate was right before the Chhattisgarh election, and this charge sheet, that initial charge sheet that was filed from the Enforcement Directorate, that named the then Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel as well. So definitely there is a lot of political connections, Bollywood connections, and now finally the Kingpin being brought back to India. Definitely some big names might come to the fore, and some more arrests could happen in this entire matter as well.
Right, Anshul, thank you so much for all of those details. Keeping an eye on that story. Right now, we're shifting our